Hello, and welcome to this episode of Wreck-It Recruiter. Katie McConnell Olson here, your resident wrecker, here to teach you how to muck everything up and ruin everything. And today we're talking about using assessments in your hiring process completely improperly. This is brought to you by the Strategic Advisor Board and GrowthWise Search Partners, providing human capital and hiring solutions for rapid growth businesses throughout the United States. So let's dive right in and talk about using assessments completely improperly. And when I say assessments, I'm talking about skills assessments, tests. Think on a really watered down level, a typing test, or it could be a behavioral assessment, or it could be a personality index or a culture mapping, for example. There's many of them out there that you can look at to establish whether somebody is, introverted, extroverted, high attention to detail, or maybe it's a skills assessment where you actually give them a written test and see how they score. So, how to just blow that up and do it all wrong. Couple of helpful tips. Number one, how to use an assessment completely improperly in your hiring process. Use it as a basis for decision making without considering anything else. This is a pretty easy one, right? Have the person take the personality assessment or the skills test, pass or fail situation. Now, for all of these culture assessment tests, obviously they all come prepackaged with sort of a pass or fail stamp across the top of them. So you can just spit the person's information in, it spits right out whether or not you should hire them. You really don't even need me or my expertise because you can just use a personality assessment and decide that the person is a dud and that you don't want them on the team. Obviously, that may be a way to go about it. You definitely want to make sure that they match up with your personality. So don't worry about taking the test yourself. Like, you're great, right? Everyone needs to do things the way that you do things and work around you because it's your company or you're the boss and you're awesome. So don't you worry about taking it. Self-assessment, schmeshment, whatever, this vulnerability bullcrap. Just judge other people and don't you worry about what you got going on. Okay? Another great way to use assessments improperly is to do several hours of testing before you decide to meet someone and then decide that they're not a fit, right? Candidates aren't busy. You're probably the only person that they're considering for a job. So be sure that you put them through the rigor of hours and hours of tests, multiple tests. I'm talking skills assessment, personality assessment, cognitive tests, secondary assessment. Make sure that they're all horribly boring and tedious. Better yet, in person. Don't send it to them ahead of time. No, get them in your office and watch them take it, hours and hours, only to meet them, say, you're not really a match for our team. We didn't really like you, and then pass on them. To that note, definitely don't pay them for their time either. I mean, you're busy, you're on a tight budget. Nobody's got the time or the money for that. Then when they write a gross review about you online, just get really annoyed and defensive about it, which that goes without saying, right? But still, passive aggressive, name of the game in sabotaging hiring. Something else you can do to just really botch this up is test only one point of skills, not their learning style, right? So it's really not about how someone learns things. It's not about seeing how they do, then giving them information and then testing them again and measuring that point between A and B. That would make no sense, right? How are we supposed to know how smart they are coming to the table and how ready-made they can be to get in the job tomorrow without any training and onboarding if I don't just give them a test and see what they know right now without any guidance or training? I mean, hello, we need to test their skills right now and operate under the assumption that they're never going to be able to learn anything new. I ran a little Google search on what the most important factor in recruitment was. And do you know what it says? Let me pull it out. Here we go. The most important factor when hiring is the applicant's attitude. You can teach skills, but with a poor attitude, learning is difficult. I'll show you bad attitude, internet. Forget that whole attitude, schmatitude, personality, aptitude. I'm talking one skills assessment test, pass or fail. Maybe they get 6 out of 10 right. No further instruction, no follow-up. Axed, they're not coming in for another interview. Okay, so in a nutshell, that's how you can use assessments in your hiring process completely improperly. Now, some of that may have resonated with you as things that you're currently doing or not, which is great, right? This is all in good fun. And really, our goal here is to have you take a deeper dive into what's going on in your organization. And if we can help you optimize that or take it off your plate entirely, let's chat. Click the link in the description and we'll talk about it. And don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe for more helpful tips on how to ruin everything. See you next time.